Y'all doing okay? Everybody doing all right? We're living in some crazy times right now. There's a lot of unknown. A lot of unknown right now. I told you guys I still feel like we're still in the eye of the storm. We probably will remain in the eye of the storm for up at least until January, till we know for sure who's our president, right? This is for Americans. I can't talk about other countries. Our president affects a lot of things that are going on in the world. Because, you know, President Trump did make peace with the Middle East, or he started the process. Those are questions that will, the unknown, right? Is that going to stay? Is it going to remain? Is peace going to continue within the Israel and the other countries with our so-called president-elect? I say so-called because that's not an actual office. It's an office that he made up. There's no such thing as a president-elect. Never has been. It's something that him and Kamala and the Democratic Party made up to force their way in a rush and hurry up and get into power. They can't wait. They can't wait. And you might say, well, President Trump did the same thing, right? He said he was going to be president before he became president. He never has said or made up when he took over Obama being in office. He never rushed into presidency and put President-elect Trump. That never happened. That never happened. He wasn't in a rush. Am I going to say the transition was smooth? Nah, it wasn't. I don't think it's ever been smooth, really, to be honest with you. You could do your own research, and I don't know what you guys think, but I will tell you what I see. They're already talking about putting a lockdown in our whole country, right, for like a whole month or 2 months. And a lot of people, especially Democrats and liberals, if that's one of you, would say, what's the big deal? It's good for the country. It's gonna help reduce COVID-19, right? At least that's what, in theory, what you believe. The numbers are increasing. They are. You are right. Are they increasing as rapidly as the World Health Organization says online, or the CDC? We don't really know. As you can tell with what happened with our elections, the media and other websites are not very reliable anymore. A lot of things are not very reliable. You don't really know. You don't know what to believe, to be honest with you. You don't know what to believe. There's a lot of unknown, like I said. You can continue to believe the lies of the media that they tell you. And but the truth is they are censoring a lot of stuff. The word censor is like a biggest catchphrase that a lot of people don't understand what that really means. So censoring is the same thing that they do in China. A lot of reasons why you don't see a lot of bad things displayed in China and other places, communist places, other than China, is because the government censors you from seeing that. What does that mean? They filter out. They don't allow you to see what is really going on behind the scenes. And that is what's happening in America right now. There's a lot of things behind the scenes, a lot of good things that President Trump has been doing that the media is censoring. They don't let you see. They don't want you to see the truth. They don't want you to see what is really happening. They want you to see their version, and so that they can create the narrative that they want you to act. Basically, the media and the government is playing God. They're trying to tell you what they want you to believe, tell you how they want you to feel. It's called control. When a country becomes controlling, they're able to manipulate how the people can feel, act, and they can even create crazy chaos, which is what you see in America. A lot of the reasons why there's so much chaos within one of us, each other, and I say you and me, there's a lot of people out there that are Democratic and liberals, but they're very conservative, and they don't necessarily carry the crazy radical views that you see on the news. They don't necessarily. Why do I know this? Because I talk to them. There's a lot of them that I work with at work. There's a lot of my friends on here that don't think like the rest of what you see on the news. They don't think that Nancy Pelosi has it all together. They don't believe that Chuck Schumer is an innocent cat like he acts like he is. They don't believe that the Democratic Party didn't cheat to win the election. They don't believe that. They actually believe that they probably did cheat. There's a lot of them I meet, and they tell me, you know what, Carlos, I do believe that they probably did. There was some fraud. But because I'm a Democratic, it's kind of in my favor, so I'm okay. And plus, I don't really agree with Trump because I think he's racist, and the things he said, and he never denounced white supremacy. So because of those reasons, and never mind any kind of laws that are going to be, they're not thinking anything through. They're just thinking in emotions. I don't like him because he never did what I want him to do, right? And so that becomes the biggest theme. So they don't necessarily believe that Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi or what's the other lady, Kamala Harris or Biden are great leaders, or they're going to be great leaders. They just don't want the other. They don't want Trump because they believe what the narrative has been pushed on the fake news and social media. Why has that narrative been allowed to be pushed? Because social media, including Facebook, the one I'm on right now, YouTube, and all the CNN, ABC, NBC, they're owned by Democratic parties, and they're biased, and they're purposely not putting out what the truth is. They're not telling the rest of the media or the rest of the world that President Trump has all this evidence to back up and show, and people behind the scenes who are, by the way, Democratic people that ran those voting machines in Michigan, in Wisconsin. They're not telling you that. They are censoring and filtering out what they want you to believe, and so that they can make the narrative and create the type of world that they want you to live in. Welcome to America. That's where we live in right now. Land of the free, home of the cray-cray right now. It's very scary in the times that we're living in, because I never would ever imagine that America would be like this. I'd expect it in Mexico. I love my home slickles out there, Mexicanos. I love them, but I know the way the corrupt government is there in Mexico, as well as a lot of other places, India, China, Afghanistan, Iraq. I mean, I could keep on and on. There's a lot of corruption that goes on. South America, you would expect that in these type of countries, but not in America. So I say that all to say that it's important that we do critical thinking, and I think that if we can use critical thinking, every single one of us, not get so shut up. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. I'm not And I told my daughter this the other day, don't put me and a lot of other Trump supporters in the same category as the ones you see portrayed on CNN, on NBC, on ABC. Don't put us in that category, because most of us are not like that. In other words, the stuff that you see on CNN and NBC and ABC, the type of Trump supporters that you're going to see, especially on Facebook, because they've been censored and everything on Facebook is being censored. In other words, they only want you to see the bad because they're biased against conservative people. So the only thing you're going to see is the racist people. And yes, there are racists on both sides, Democrats and Republicans, because people are people, and there are racist people. People who have issues in their heart. And it has nothing to do with them being a Trump supporter. But you're going to see that because that's what they want you to see. So it's scary, because that's how it creates a problem within every single one of us. Because the truth is, most of us who are one or the other are probably family members. Family members. Can you imagine? The narrative that you've seen on TV is all Trump supporters are racist. Every single one of them, they hate black people. That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. And you believe that because that's the only thing you see. And that's the only thing they're going to let you see. They don't want you to see the truth, that there are many people, and they don't want you to see that. And the same thing on the other side, on the conservative side. I'm going to go with both. So I'm not going to play favorites here, but I'm trying to bring unity within the body of Christ. I don't know if you know where I'm going with this, but I want us to come together and start thinking outside the box. Start thinking critically. Why are they hiding a lot of this stuff from us? Why are they censoring a lot of conservative views? Why are they censoring? Why are they playing this narrative that if you have a family and you love faith and family, all of a sudden you became a white supremacist? Never mind that probably you with faith and family are probably a mixed family like us, Mexican and black. Or never mind that you white and black. They don't even look at that. They just automatically assume if you have a lot of faith and you a believer, you must be a white supremacist. Crazy. That's the narrative that you're going to see on the social media. That's what you're going to see. If you believe in good values, family structures, you must be a racist. Never mind that you kids are mixed. Never mind that you love your different colored spouse or whatever. Never mind that half your friends you get along with and you think and you treat them real nice and you love on them, you care about them. They don't care about that. They want to paint a picture to bring division within America. And they want you to believe that every person who is a Christian, a believer, a conservative, loves values, loves history, loves truth, is probably a bad person. That's the world that we live in right now. That's America. Welcome to America, my folks. Welcome to America. I'm telling you, that is America right now. And it's very sad because that's the world we're living in right now. But the truth is, most of us are not like that. And most of you, and I'm talking about to my Democratic friends as well, because I have nothing against you. I have nothing against you. And I want to believe the best before I believe the worst. And I want to assume the best before I assume the worst, because I don't want to believe the same narrative that CNN is painting, that if you're a liberal or you're a Democratic, or you voted Democratic, you must be an Antifa supporter. You must be a Black Lives Matter supporter, whatever it might be. Because that's the narrative that they paint. That's the picture that they're putting. And guess what? That is the worst virus that we have ever had. It's worse than the coronavirus. You know why? Because it creates hatred. It creates evil within and animosity within families. It's tearing people up. How many of y'all have lost friends or family members on social media? They unfriended you, they got pissed off just because, and you didn't say nothing ugly, but just because you supported President Trump. Come on, tell the truth, shame the devil. You know my famous saying. I bet you many of you guys, and I know a lot of y'all don't want to talk because you like, man, if I say anything, they all gonna come at me. I mean, I'm already in the hot zone. How many of y'all are in the hot zone just because you maybe supported Biden, because you didn't care for Trump, because you believe the narrative that they were pushing, one or the other? You know, I talk about this because honestly, this is my heart. My heart is truly is for the people of God to come together, you know, and push us. Look, it's crazy that family members, your aunts, your uncles, or you would unfriend or even shun or hate your family members just because they supported a party that you didn't agree with. That's the narrative, and that's the danger in all this censorship that's going on. That's what you don't see. It's very dangerous. And that's why I said it's the worst virus that we could all have.